What's going on everyone, Jon Venus here. So today's video is going to be about calories. Should you count calories or should you not? That is the real question. I get asked this all the time. A lot of comments are about macros and calories, so I just decided to make a video on this topic. So let me start this video talking about who should count calories and who should not. So the people who should not count calories are extreme new beginners and people who are really overweight. So extreme new beginners, the only thing they need to worry about, as well as overweight people, is just eating right. So the healthy foods, the whole foods, and just cut out the junk food and the processed foods, and just focus on the most important thing, which is consuming healthy whole foods. And the reason I say this is because, you know, you got those people doing if it fits your macros, you know, the candy diet, eating junk food but making everything fit. I don't recommend this because it's unhealthy, and also because you won't get as good of a result. You'll get results much faster eating whole foods rather than processed junk food or candies. So make sure you get the essentials correct. Get the whole foods in. That doesn't mean you never have to, you know, you can never try any candy or, you know, stuff like that. You can always have a cheat meal here and there, you know, but this essential thing is to get the food, the basic food, 99% of the time right. So focus on whole foods. Typically when you're really overweight, you're eating the really wrong foods. So if you automatically switch from eating junk food into whole foods without counting calories or anything like that, you're just automatically gonna lose weight. So focus on that first if you're a new beginner or really overweight. That is my recommendation. So the next thing I wanna do is who should count calories. So if you're really experienced in the gym, you've been working out for a few years, or at least you know exactly what you're doing in the gym, and you are already pretty lean, you know, it doesn't mean you have to have a 8-pack or whatever, but you don't have an excessive amount of body fat on, and you're struggling to see results, then you can focus on counting calories and macros. Now, let me be clear about this. You know, I don't count macros and calories, like at the moment, I don't count it. And the reason is because my body fat isn't too low, but most importantly, it's because I've been doing this for so long, counting macros and calories for years. So I know more or less what my body needs to achieve my goals. Now, when I get really lean, then I'll have to, you know, control my calories and macros a little bit more to get to those final stages if I'm gonna go on a photo shoot or, you know, anything like that, get it, you know, as shredded as possible. But for people who don't have the experience, who haven't done it before, you know, for me, it's a really good idea to figure out how your body works. Everyone is different, everyone can intake different amount of calories. Even if one person weighs the same as the other, the activity level and the metabolism will vary from person to person, making the optimal calorie intake different for each person. So there's a lot of experimentation to be done, and you know, it is hard work. You have to put your mind into it and try different things out. You don't want to go too low, you don't want to go too high, whether you're cutting or bulking or whatever you want to do. Strength gain, fat loss, maintain, it doesn't really matter. You just have to figure out the amount. So if you don't really know how much you can intake, you know, the right macros that work best for you, I recommend trying it out and just calculating everything. Use a program like MyFitnessPal or something like that and track your food, track your macros, weigh it out. You know, it's a pain in the ass, but if you want to get serious about it, to know how your body works, that is one of the best ways to do it. Now, keep in mind the workout and daily activities while doing this, because that will play a huge role. You know, someone who's, you know, working in a storage facility like I was last year, you know, moving boxes, carrying, walking around all day long, you know, just from working 8 hours, I already burn like, you know, 300, 400, 500 calories from not, you know, working out at all. So that is really something you have to take into consideration. If you're in an office job, just sitting down on your computer typing all day, you know, I don't think the finger movement will burn that many calories. So keep that in mind. So the office guy will obviously have to eat a lot less than the guy moving around all day long. Then the cardio and the weightlifting and all that training routine has to be taken into consideration as well. So it's a pain in the ass. It sounds like a lot, guys, but trust me, if you want to get to the next level, you just got to take your notepad out, write the stuff down, and experiment over, I don't know, a few weeks, a couple of months to figure out exactly how your body reacts to different amount of calories and stuff like that. So the first thing you don't want to do is cut back on your calories too much. So unless you're getting help from someone who's been in the game for a long time, I can give you an idea of how much you need already. You know, you start slowly, you know, start with caution. Instead of going on a diet, just write everything that you're eating normally down and find out how much that is. And if you're unhappy with your weight, cut down a little bit on the calories, cut down on the portions. and it doesn't have to be a huge amount. Cut back on 200 or 300 calories at first, see how your body reacts to that. If you're still not losing weight, cut down even more, and then the next step will be figuring out macros. So protein, how much protein works best for you, how much carbs, fats, etc. The third thing I want to mention is that you guys are probably watching this channel because you want to be really fit, the best version of yourself, and some of you guys might even want to compete or do photo shoots and stuff like that. I'm not really into competing. I might do it once just for just to experience how it is, but I do photo shoots, and it's the same kind of thing, except you don't go to the extremes that you would go to while competing. And in my opinion, the only competition that you should have is with yourself. Just keep improving on yourself. But anyways, if you want to get into the best possible shape, the lowest fat percentage, while still maintaining a healthy lifestyle, you gotta figure this shit out. If you want to get as lean as possible and you don't want to kill yourself doing a lot of cardio, you will have to count calories, you will have to count macros. There is no way around it. For me, when I get to around 8 or 7% body fat, when all my abs are visible, then I have a hard time losing more fat without counting calories. So that's when I start counting calories, my macros and all that stuff, just to lose that extra fat and get as shredded and ripped as possible. So that is the final stages, that's what I use it for. Or if I'm gonna go to a kick-ass summer holidays in the beach somewhere, I feel like presenting the best possible body type, I do cut down on the calories. But the thing is, I don't want to overdo it. The first time I cut down ever was about 2.5 years ago. Here's a picture. I look pretty skinny and I wasn't extremely ripped. That mistake was cutting back on calories too much, so don't fall for that, guys. It's not healthy and you will lose muscle mass. So there's a fine line for everything, and the key word here is experimentation, guys. You gotta experiment, find out what works for you, and unless you're getting help from someone who's been doing it for years and knows exactly what has to be done, then start slowly, adjust and experiment, write everything down, weigh yourself constantly, look at yourself in the mirror. The mirror is always more important than the weight. So yeah, guys, act like scientists, put your glasses on, take your notepad out, write the stuff down, and that will save you so much time. You can be working out for 10 years and not see great results compared to someone who's got their nutrition and they know exactly what to take in and how much to work out. Those guys will achieve much, much more. So if you're gonna do something, guys, if you wanna be the best version of yourself, make sure to put yourself into it, put your mind into it, and you will see amazing results. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it if you click the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this video, and I'll see you very soon. Peace out.